talk to us a bit about the criteria that will determine how big, because we say big institutions, big industries. So how big is big? What will we be looking at to ensure that this one does not deserve to pay for this particular fees?
Thank you very much, Eugene, for the invitation. At Rwanda Energy Group, we are always looking at reforms and improving the service delivery that we offer to our customers. During this year's Doing Business report by the World Bank, you know very well that Rwanda ranked the 29th in the world. And among the indicators that were measured by the World Bank was getting electricity, where we implemented several reforms, including free connections to industrial clients. While we were planning these reforms, Rwanda Energy Group thought it wise that extending free connections to our clients will improve service delivery in very many ways. It required, before it required clients to have lots of money, go through procedures. We also, in addition to that, we improved on procedures. We improved on time that it took clients to get connected to the national grid. We also implemented another reform where we introduced an online application for these clients to access the service so quick and very fast.
Right. So who benefits in this case? Because it's important if we set that record straight. What is the criteria to ensure? Is it that anybody who's coming to invest in Rwanda and wants new connection gets it free of charge? What is the criteria to ensure that who is actually supposed to benefit from this?
Yes, on who benefits. I will say that the first person to benefit is our clients.
I'm talking about those industries that want to set up in Rwanda and they want new connections of electricity. Is it everybody that wants to join the industry here that gets connected for free? Or is there a criteria that will be followed to ensure who benefits from this new reform?
Yes. At the moment, we are still focusing at the big and new industries.
Right.
And we are continuing to improve. We are looking at, of course, there are criteria on set by the World Bank Doing Business team on who to focus on. We are first of all looking at those ones, but we are continuing to improve, and we hope that everyone will be reached very soon.
So what defines big investor? That will benefit
what
from
defines a big investor? We, at the moment, like I told you, we are still looking at dimensions where to start and where to stop. We are continuing to improve. We shall very soon announce the boundaries, but for now, all the big clients
will benefit from this.
All the big industries will benefit from
We're talking about $45,000 US per kilometer. This was a charge that initially would be incurred by those who want new connections, and this charge has now been waived. Someone would be listening and saying, are you crazy? 45,000 per kilometer, you just putting that aside and dropping all that as far as revenue generation is concerned. Can you explain to us, how do you plan to actually turn around and benefit, still get back this 45,000?
Thank you for the question. For someone who understands doing business, 45,000 may sound big to forego it, but when you offer that service so quick, so easy, and so friendly to a client who is coming to set up a very big industry, I'm sure you get more from the sales than the 45,000.
Right. And so what's the end game? What's the end plan with this new reform? In the end, what do you want to achieve? Yes, Now you can come free of charge, have your industry set up, and then what?
We want to, first of all, reduce on the procedures. We want to reduce on time. We want to reduce on the cost that it took someone to get electricity. If someone required more than 3 months or 2 months or even so many days to get connected to electricity, that time is spent between applications, between movements, between procedures. When you implement this reform and the client gets connected to the electricity so fast, you start earning from the purchases of electricity that client will be consuming.
Let's talk a bit about the ordinary citizens here, because there have been some arguments by a cross-section of them that actually there's more concern on the welfare of the big investors as opposed to also the ordinary citizen out here. In August, RURA announced, that is the Rwanda Utility Regulatory Authority, announced cuts on power tariffs for industrial consumers, and of course they had actually complained that the cost was too high and it was affecting their businesses, and so they got what they wanted. Today we're talking about free of charge connection for big industries. Talk to me about the flip side now, the ordinary citizens. What is in there for them as far as incentives are concerned?
Yeah, we at Rwanda Energy Group, we have not forgotten our domestic or residential customers. When we are implementing reforms, we look across the entire client base of Rwanda Energy Group. Our small clients, more especially the residential clients, have also benefits in the recently announced tariff. Yeah. If you have analyzed that tariff, it is set in blocks, where the first block of 0 to 15 kilowatts, there is a lifeline tariff of 89 francs per kilowatt hour. Yeah. That is a big contribution or a big consideration of our small clients.
Right.